Hello and welcome to day 56 of the N10 series. In the last 3 days, we have seen how do we set up Vapi account, how do we create voice agents, and we have also seen how do we connect it to Google Calendar and Google Sheets. One within Vapi and the second one is via N10. In today's video, let's see how do we train AI agent to sound like us using ElevenLabs. And then we will also see how do we connect this onto Vapi so that the agent when it speaks sounds like us. And for this, we are going to make outbound calls, which is the agent will call the user and collect information or share the information. So let's get started. I've already signed up on ElevenLabs. I'll use dark mode, that's what I like. What's your name? We'll fill the details real quick. Date of birth and what's your preferred language, of course English. Let's click next. Let's say, how did you hear about ElevenLabs? YouTube, do you have YouTube? Yes, let's say that. Creative platform, agents platform. Okay, so you can see which platform we want to use now. Okay, switch between platforms at any time. Creative platform, create AI studio, build and manage your AI agent. So let's go with creative platform. Okay, where we can change the voice isolator and all of that. Okay, so let's click on continue. So here you can see we can actually build agents. We have tools, integrations, outbound, knowledge base, conversations and phone calls, which is much similar to what we have in Vapi. Okay, so let's go with this one now. Click on continue. And is it for personal use, creator, content business, voice actor, and so on and so forth? Let's say voice actor. Okay, what would you like to do with ElevenLabs? Dubbing, voiceovers, okay, voice cloning. That's what we are going to try today. Click continue. And you can skip this for now. Okay, let's see the platform first and then we will come back. Once you're fully in, you can see we have text to speech, voice changer, sound effects, voice isolator, and then products. They have studio, music, deep dubbing, speech to text, audio native, production, and so on and so forth. Okay, now if you go to voices, okay, we can see all of the voices that we were able to see on Vapi as well, right? They could have some different versions here as well. But what we are really interested in today is this, create or clone a voice. Now we have voice design, okay, which is design an entirely new voice from a text prompt. So you give some text prompt basis which it will design a new voice for you. But instant voice clone, that is clone your voice with only 10 seconds of audio. Okay, that's insane. You just give it 10 seconds of your audio and it will clone your voice instantly, right? This is one option which needs starter plan. The second one is professional voice clone. Create the most realistic digital replica of your voice. Requires at least 30 minutes of clean audio, right? So you can see this one, and this one requires creator plan. Okay, then we have voice remixing, which is transform existing voices with text prompts to create a new one. Okay, now let's go to subscribe and I'll show you something. So starter plan is $5 per month. Okay, and monthly credits included is 30,000. You also have creator plan, which is at $22 per month. Okay, but for the first month they give you for just $11, which is 50% off. Okay, we're going to use creator plan. Okay, we already have it in one of the other account. I just want to quickly show you how the platform works when you have logged in on the free account. So let me go here. I'll log in. So let me go to voices, click on get started. So this is what we need, create or clone a voice. And it's asking us whether we need voice design, instant voice clone or professional voice clone. We already tried this with someone else's voice, so we don't have this option right now. But what we need right now, what we will try right now is this one, because it only requires 10 seconds of audio. Okay, so let's start. It's asking us whether we want to record the audio, okay, or whether we want to upload the file. I'm going to record it right now. So let's see what are let's firstly see what are the things to keep in mind. Avoid noisy environment, check microphone quality, use consistent equipment. Okay, don't change recording equipment between samples. Try external try external units or headphone mics for better audio capture. Background sounds interference with recording quality results. Okay, so let me click on record audio and let's see what happens. Enable microphone. Allow while visiting the site, allow this time. So let me do just allow this time. I'll click on start. Hey there, I am Ritesh Hegde and I am the founder of Rit7 Automations. I am an electrical engineer by my degree and automotive engineer by profession and a software engineer by passion. I've been running Rit7 Automations for the last 6 years and we have done more than 400 plus automation projects for clients from 30 plus countries. We are very proud of what we have done. Thank you so much, and I hope my voice will be clear. Okay, so you can see here the recording stopped as soon as it hit 30 seconds, right? And remove background noise from audio recording. We can enable it, right? And this is getting ready now. I'll click on next. Or rather, I think it's already ready. Okay, I can give a name here and let me call it as Ritesh Clone. Okay, the language is English. Description I will not need. I'll say I hereby confirm I have all necessary rights or consents to upload and clone these voice samples, and that I will not use the platform generated content for any illegal, fraudulent or harmful purposes. Okay, so I'll click on save voice. Okay, now try out your new clone. So we can use it for generate speech, speak with yourself, or narrate a story. I'll click on skip for now. Okay, and if you go to my voices, so this is the one that we created, Ritesh Clone. So let's copy voice ID from here. Let's come back to Vapi and we have ElevenLabs here. So I'll select this and I'll use this voice ID and I'll click on publish. Let's see what happens. You can see error updating assistant couldn't find ElevenLabs voice. If you're using your credentials, check the voice exists in your ElevenLabs account. If not, check the voice exists in the provided list. Okay, so what we'll have to do is go to mode, click on integrations, and we need to find ElevenLabs. Okay, that's here. We need to add our API key. So let's go here back, click on developers. Okay, create an API key. So let's create a key from here and let's call this as Ritesh Vapi. Okay, if you disable the restrict, then it shows unrestricted API keys present a significantly higher threat vector if leaked, right? So let's enable this, and you could give a limit over here like $5, $10 or whatever it is. And one of the things that we will need is text to speech, so we will use this. The second thing that we will need is voices, read. Okay, voice generation we will give access, and we will need models, users and workspace. Okay, so these are the things that we will need. Let's click on create key, and so we've got this key. So copy to clipboard. Okay, let's close and let's come back, and here we have this ElevenLabs, which is where we have to add the key. Again, this is from more, right? Integration, And in integration at the top, we have voice providers, which is where we are going to put the key. So let's click on save. It takes a few seconds and you see this is done. Now we also copied the voice ID. Okay, so if we go to my voice, then we have this. We copied this voice ID, and I think we've already connected that, but I would just like to show you again, right? So you can add your own voice ID from here, okay, and include this voice. Okay, once that is done, okay, since there is no change in the assistant, we don't have any publish here. What we changed was the integration part. So let's talk to assistant and see if my voice is coming out.
Hello, I'm Ritesh from ABCD. How can I help you today?
Okay, I would like to schedule an interview.
Hello, I'm Ritesh, your interview scheduling assistant. I'm here to help you organize your interview meeting. Could you please provide me with your full name?
My name is Ritesh too.
Thank you, Ritesh. Let's confirm your full name. Can you please spell it out character by character?
Could you do it for me?
Certainly, Ritesh. So your name is spelled R-I-T-E-S-H, correct?
Yes. So, do you think that sounds like me? Almost, right? So of course they have the second option, which is for professional voice cloning, right? And that's basically this one. We have created it. We'll just I'll have to edit the voice and train it even further. Okay, but I just wanted to show you this one, which is also available in the $5 plan. Okay, so let's go ahead with that. Now let's see how do we make outbound calls. Okay, and for that we're going to use N8N API calls. Okay, so let's go back to N8N. Right, so this is what we created for adding the data into Google Sheets. Okay, now we are going to use something called form. You already might know about this. Triggers on new N8N form submission, and let's call this as interview scheduler. Let's ask a few details like name, okay, which is text. Let's say required field. We can ask the phone number, right, which is also a text field. Let's make it required. Let's ask them for the email ID, which is again a text field. Let's make it as required. Okay, these are the three details that we need for making a call. So what we are going to do is let's click on execute step, and let's say Harsha. Phone number is, let's say, +91. Okay, email is abcd@with7.com. So I'll click on submit. Okay, the form is submitted. So we have got these details on the form. Okay, I'm going to get it over here. And because we have made all these fields mandatory, okay, we don't have to add a filter. Now we can send an API request to make a call from Vapi. Okay, so before that, let's create one more agent, and for that we could actually click on this one and duplicate it. Okay, so this is the one which is duplicated. Let's make it as outbound. Okay, and let's change a few things here. Assistant speaks first. Hello, I'm Ritesh from ABCD. How can I help you today? Right here we can put the name. So we'll say hello, candidate name. Okay, and here you are a proficient AI interview scheduling assistant dedicated to helping users by organizing interview meetings and scheduling optimal times for both parties. Okay, maintain the formal yet approachable. The rest of things remain same. we just have to start with hello with their name because we have already got that from the form. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so once we are done with these identity, you are a proficient AI interview scheduling assistant. Okay, dedicated to helping users by organizing interview meetings and selecting optimal times for both parties. Okay, we'll make add here as outbound colleague. Okay, and let's click on publish. Now let's come back to N8N and let's search for Vapi. Right, you see we don't have, right? So we'll have to make an API call. Now for that, let's go to ChatGPT and ask, I would like to make an API call, okay, to initialize outbound call on Vapi via N8N. What's the curl I have to use? So whenever you have doubt with API call, ask ChatGPT to give you curl. Okay, so let's copy this curl, come back on N8N, and we have something called API, or rather HTTP request. Use that. Okay, now if you go back to this thing, okay, now you have something called import curl. Just use that, paste whatever you copied from ChatGPT, click on import. This will do all the settings required for you. Okay, you can see this has changed to post, it has added the URL, it has added the authorization, right? Everything that is needed, even the body is added over here. Now we have to give here bearer your API key. Let's go to ChatGPT again. Endpoint, it has told us header bearer your API key, replace with your token, it says. Okay, now if you go to docs.vapi.com, vapi.ai, okay, you can see here, we can see the same curl that we got from there. Okay, so headers, authorization, bearer your API key. Okay, and it also says assistant ID, the ID of a saved assistant you want to use, phone number ID, customer number, customer name. Okay, type outbound phone call. Right, so let's go back to N8N, and here we have to add the API key. But before that, let's go here and we have something called assistant ID. So let's move to Vapi, and this is the assistant ID, which is also available in the URL here. Okay, so we have to replace this one with assistant ID, phone number ID. Okay, let's go back, and if you go to phone number, right, so this is the one which we have got. This is the phone number ID. So copy it from here, come back, replace it over here. Okay, now here's where you have to give the number and the name. Okay, and of course it has to be plus. So I'm starting with plus, so I'll put it over here. It also go here. It is not supposed to be at the end. It is supposed to be over here. And we will need the customer name, which is here. Okay, now type is outbound phone call. Okay, we've got everything ready here. The only thing that we'll have to replace is the bearer. Okay, now let's ask ChatGPT, where can I find the bearer key? So it says login. Okay, in the left side, click settings, API key, create API key. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to API key. We already have it. So it says login to dashboard.vapi.ai, and then on the left side you can click on settings, API keys, create API keys. Now on the left side, we have API keys directly. So let's go there. And you can see we have private API key and public API key. So let's ask, should I be using private API key? Key or the public one? Private versus public in Vapi. Okay, private API key, server side request like from n8n, backend or curl, you have to use private. Okay, if you're using client side SDKs, browser or app initialize, then it needs to be public. Okay, so what we have to use is private API key. Let's go back here, click on copy ID, come back to n8n and replace this one with our key. I will click on execute step, okay, which will initialize the call on my phone. I'll show you that. Before that, let's go here. Let's go to assistant. We've got this outbound. We have published it. So everything is good enough. Now I'll click on execute step and you can see that we have got error. The reason is the number that we get from Vapi does not support international calls. Yeah. So because I've given an Indian number, it does not work. And for that, what we'll have to do is we'll have to use a number from either Twilio or something like that. Okay. So we will show you how do we get a number from Twilio. Okay. And let's try that. So I'm going to Twilio. Let's create an account quickly. Start for free. Okay, and sign up with Google. And we'll also need to verify your phone number, it says. So let's go ahead and get that done. I'll enter the verification code. Click on verify. So we'll get a recovery code which we need to save securely. Click on continue. So we are already done. Once we create our account, okay, it'll ask you for a few details. Let's just fill those things. Let's say developer, click on next. How do you want to build with Twilio, with code, with minimum code, with no code at all, third-party integrations maybe. Okay, let's go next. Verification, notification, marketing, customer care. If you're using it for marketing, then we could use that. Customer care, we'll use that. Click on next. Voice call. Okay, you can see we also have WhatsApp here, right? So what we need is voice. So let's use that. Let's click on let's go. And you can see that we get a trial of $15.5 already. Click on next. Okay, I'll just disable this. Click on next, next, and done. Now let's go to phone number. Let's go to manage active numbers, and this is where we can buy the numbers. Okay, so let's click on buy a number. Okay, so you can buy these numbers from here. Okay, search for India. Okay, you can see no results found, right? And let's go with US for now. And I'll probably go with this one. You can see you will be charged 1.15 immediately. Afterwards, you will be charged 1.15 per month in addition to usage you incur on the phone number. Okay, so you can see SMS, A to B, some registration required, and so on and so forth. Receiving incoming calls and making outgoing calls is valid on this particular thing. I agree and comply with this. Okay, emergency calling enablement to avoid a 75 fee per each emergency call. This number requires the addition of an emergency address after purchase. Okay, so if we need that and all, we'll have to set it up. Let's ignore it for now and let's go with part. Okay, you can see voice and messaging rooted in the United States. Okay, let's click on configure. Okay, so configure with webhook, try ML, bin, function, studio flow, and all of that is there. A call comes in webhook. Okay, URL is this HTTP post. Primary handler fails webhook. We can give the URL here, HTTP post. Okay, emergency address we have not given, so this is all good. Messaging service we are not enabling it for now. So let's click on save configuration. If you don't see that, just click on this one once and cancel it. It will be available. So we've got one active number now. Okay, if we go here, we can see the friendly name. We can change the friendly name and so on and so forth. Now, as always, let's go to ChatGPT. So now let's see how do I link this to Vapi. So I'll go to Vapi, import Twilio. I have to give a phone number here. That phone number is this one, of course, with +1. While even without that, it works because I've selected the country as US. Twilio account SID. Okay, so I need a phone number SID, so I'll copy that. I'll go to account dashboard. Account SID is available here, so I'll copy that. Come back to Vapi, put the account SID. Twilio auth token we'll have to put. Okay, whatever I copied, phone number SID, remove that. We won't have to show that. Now Twilio auth token, let's go here, and auth token is available over here. So I'll copy that, come back, put it over here. Label, let's call it as Twilio number. Okay, enable SMS messaging for this phone number. No, we have not enabled it. And now let's click on import from Twilio. Now once we have done this, okay, for some reason it's not being shown here. Let me quickly check if I have to save this. It's saved. Let me just refresh it once. And yeah, we've got this. Okay, so I just have to replace the phone number ID in an hidden flow. Okay, that happens over here. Phone number ID. So this one. Let's click on save. Let's go to assistant, outbound, voice call. Firstly, let's change this hello and we'll include the name. Okay, so let's call it as customer.name. Okay, and then we will make the second change. So one other thing that we'll have to change is here we have request the user's full name. Okay, which we don't need, and of course we don't need their email ID as well because we are getting that from the form. Okay, so here we'll just greet the user warmly with their name, which will be sent to you via API call. And let's remove this. Okay, check the user's availability, or let's say confirmed that the candidate is willing to schedule an interview. Then this will be 3, this will be 4, this will be 5. Now let's move on. So let's publish this. Let's go back to N8N. I'm going to make this call again. Let's see if I get a call. There you go. You can see I'm getting a call. So let me quickly.
This message that you will find that upgrading to a gold now.
Hello, Arthur. I'm from ABCD. How can I help you today?
I would like to schedule an interview.
Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate your confirmation. Before when you please share your preferred date and time for the interview, I will check my availability and propose suitable slots within 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. IST.
Could you check for 3 p.m. tomorrow?
I'm available at 3 p.m. IST tomorrow, October 11, 2025 for the interview. Please confirm if this time works for you and kindly share your email address for the calendar invitation.
Yeah, sure. So you could send an email at abcd@rit7.com.
Verify if this is correct.
Yes, that's right.
Your interview has been scheduled for tomorrow, October 11, 2035 from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. IST. An invitation has been sent to your email address, abcd@rit7.com. Please let me know if there's anything else I can assist with. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. And there you go. Let's quickly check. And yeah, there you go. This one, right? And let's see if it is added in Google Sheets. And we can see that here as well, right? That's because we cloned this particular agent, okay, from this one. So this one also has the same messaging, right? So outbound calls is also enabled via Twilio. And that's how you connect your voice from ElevenLabs to Vapi. And we also saw how do we initialize outbound calls. Isn't this simple? On the other end, they feel that you are calling. Of course, you can, mention that this is Ritesh's clone or Ritesh's AI assistant or whatever it is. Okay, if you want to reveal that, that's completely fine. And I would highly recommend doing that. But if you feel that's not necessary and it's fine for the use case that you're using, great. It is very simple. Give it a try and let me know if you were able to successfully do this. If you are a business or you know any business who are looking for such solutions, please reach out to us on support@rit7.com and we will get it done for you. And so, please share it with as many people as possible. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.